What's happening? We trapping, we trapping. I got the OG Boss Cowboys Sports in here with me, man. Let's get it. It says screaming era. No, sir. I don't know what they doing, but we should be good. Let me know if we still live. You know, we working these bugs out. You good, boss?
All the way.
Yes, sir. We got Boss Cowboy Sports in here, man. You know, we do not participate in the wee woo, you know what I'm saying? We do not participate in the wee woo, man. You know what I'm saying?
No.
It's a dirty South collab, baby. Let's get it.
Number one bullshit.
We do not do the wee woo. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card, man. You know it's a southern thing today. We got Alabama and Texas in here today, man. You understand? Shout out to Kelvin Hicks, Regina Green, Hallelujah, Jay Worthy, Fish Buzzer, be the 82, Starboy Entertainment, Elijah Robinson. Shout out to some of your people over there, Mr. Boss Cowboy.
Yeah, let me get on, big dog.
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Y'all coming in on the building.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got 10 people in my house.
Let's get
So,
it.
alright, so yeah, I see it, man. True believer, Sin City.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Texas Twist in the building, Big Flock in the building. We in here, man. We gon' let your crowd build, but we finna go and crank this thing on up, man. Let's get it.
Let's go.
I hope everybody's having a good old hump day morning, you know what I'm saying?
I
Let's
am.
get it. What's happening?
Real
What's
good.
happening? We in the building, man. Now I tell them, you might think you at school or even at home or watching us through a phone, but I promise you, you are in the trap, sir.
Trap,
I don't know what they is,
trap,
man.
trap.
We got the trap boss in here, you know, boss land, trap boss. We got all kind of vibes going on, man. So how you feeling today, sir?
I'm feeling great, bro. Really am. Feeling great. So I'm about 75% done with my book, you know, in terms of I should be out. My goal is to have it out by Sunday, Monday. So, you know, it's all that time of the year where you're putting in all that extra work, just trying to make sure all the details together and your ranks are right. So, you know, a lot of double checking right now.
For sure. See, you already got how many installments of your book already? You said you on this the fourth one?
That's it.
The
This
fourth
the
draft.
fourth and last. This is the fourth and last. I ain't doing no more after this.
Oh, you ain't doing no more? Don't do that.
This is the last one.
It's too much work. I figured that. Cause when I heard you was doing it, I was like, man, hats off to you. I had to tilt my hat because I don't know where y'all find the time, man. We got the hardest working content creators on the planet, man. I don't think we get enough credit for that, man.
Trap, trap.
Shout out to Law just hitting 100K, man. I ain't get to speak on it, man.
Amazing.
That's just amazing. I think that's just phenomenal for the whole space. I don't look at it like no competition, man. I look at those guys that's up there at the top. They paving the way for us, man. So that's just amazing. So a lot of our success, we do have to attribute to some of them kicking out the, you know what I'm saying, paving that way through the forest for us, man.
And it's a competition, but it's healthy.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
with most of us, you know what I mean. It's a space to where we all trying to get ours. But what I love is that I think the community has learned the power of collabing. When I first got in this space, collabing wasn't a normal thing. Now collabing is becoming more and more normal to where you seeing your favorites come together.
Yeah.
Different favorites, because everybody gonna have some type of favorite. Some people go love you more than me, and vice versa. Some people go like Law, and some people go like Big. It's like all of us. I consider us like churches. You know what I mean? To where you got to almost have a calling to come to some of us because of the way that we kind of present the cowboy, presentation and knowledge. So So, but no, I mean, it is. All of us are very hardworking, man. I see your upgrades and consistent. I acknowledged it on Twitter, man, because I see you, bro. You doing good. I love how you always upgrading. I like, damn, bro, this boy made another upgrade.
Bob said I'm gonna have a dance team in a minute.
I said, this boy finna have him a dance team in the studio. Y'all keep sleeping on this boy.
Yeah, man, I love the way you raised the bar too, man. I don't think you get enough credit, man. Your production is top tier. You know what I'm saying? I can only hope to get on that level one day, man. So yeah, we raised the bar up in this space, man.
Yeah. And it ain't no doubt you go do it. You that tight, you know what I mean? You go push yourself and continue to up your craft. And all of us,
Yeah.
well, not all of us. Some people content with average and they
Yeah.
just go stay where they are. But you not that type. You not wired like that. It's just obvious. You're gonna continue to upgrade, and I'm gonna continue to upgrade because I think we built for the long haul.
Yes, sir. But okay.
Yeah,
Let's
but
get into
definitely
this
getting into this content, man.
Yeah.
I see my boy Amp in the building, Regina Starr, Gazer Sports, Michael Autry. So yeah, man, they finally coming on in. Special K, what's up, big dog? Yeah, and my boy said we got boss and landlord on. We winning.
Hey, we definitely winning, man. We definitely winning. You know what I'm saying? So I just played a little tune for the background vibes, man. So what you want to start off with these draft strategies, man? Cause I seen you on Twitter, sir. Ooh,
Yeah.
I know you coming off the hip. Boss, I think one of your posts said you went mind double dipping that O-line. Could you elaborate on that for us, sir?
It's growing on me.
It's growing
on me. Yeah. It's growing on me because when you have a rare opportunity of a class where you can get starters, right? And then you can get starters maybe down around 3 maybe. And we looking at not now, but in the future, there's going to be a time where Zach Martin will not be what he has been.
True.
And when you get a class like this, you can go ahead and think ahead with your later guys and fill your big need on the left side of the offensive line with your primary picks. So I've just been looking at the draft through multiple angles and trying to be flexible to the different ideas that could actually really work. You know what I mean? Just keeping it real. And it's a couple of them that could work. And see, what's starting to grow on me even more and more is going after maulers. So I wasn't really pushing on Wright at first, even though Wright was always one of my favorite tackles.
That's the lineman from Tennessee, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because he is a pure mauler, right? So, and he's somebody that could be that instant Leary replacement, right? So you could get somebody like that. I would feel a lot safer with him going to left guard than I would with Steve Ovala, right? Because Steve Ovala, he has great feet work. He's played in a lot of big games, but he definitely is not the mauling finisher that Wright is. He's just not,
Yeah.
So, and I think we have a tremendous opportunity to return our offensive line to just sheer dominance. And see, Wright is growing on me even more because obviously we've been looking at the left side, but we've been ignoring the right side because in our minds we're thinking Tyler Smith is going to play left tackle to start the season. Tyron Smith is going to play right tackle, but that's a perfect world. Last year in training camp in Dallas, what happened to Tyron Smith? Hamstring fell off his damn bone. So if something like that happens again, wouldn't you feel a lot more comfortable knowing that you got Wright in the building who plays so much right tackle and he could go right over there and be plug and play, and now you would then have a band-aid that you would have to tie up at left guard. And so if you did double dip, right, and let's say if you did go after Marfa, you still sitting back chilling and pretty.
Yeah. So you talking about what rounds you talking about double dipping in? First and second, or first and third? What Mafia projected at right now? I know Wright is a first rounder, right?
See, yeah. Wright definitely is gonna be a first rounder. Definitely got a first rounder grade. But see, where he's sitting is kind of like where Tyler Smith was sitting last year, right? So when you look at all the tackles, so you got Paris, Peter, right? Then you got you got Jones, Roderick Jones, Anton. So that's 4, right?
Yeah. Shout out
then
to
you
West
could
Coast
even
in the building, man.
what's up, West? So you got all of that. Where now you sitting with Wright likely fit, and then he played a lot of right tackle. Most people go want a guy that can easily project in the left tackle, so he's likely, ideally, will be sitting there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like Tyler Smith was. So it's a situation where now you have to think, in my opinion, would you want to try to have the most perfect circle to fit into your circle need, or would you take a big old oval and shove it in?
Hey, he talking to Farias, y'all. I mean, the thing about it is, I would love to have like a surplus of lineman help. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it, the best Dak you ever got was behind a great line. The best Dak you ever got was behind a great running back. You know what I'm saying? If you could add either one of those to a team like this, because I liken it to the comparison of the Cowboys in 2016. We're a much stronger team. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the O-line. If you bring in a dominant running back or something like that to a team like this, that'll help us out tremendously. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Far as linemen and running back, like that's a marriage. So if you bring in an O-line, if you make this line get anywhere near 2016 was, man, Dak gonna dominate. Because you had a rookie Dak dominate. He almost took over the lead with a rookie line. With a rookie quarterback. You know what I'm saying? We just need this line to be anywhere close to that line again. We got all the other pieces in place, I feel like. O-line is the only weakness.
And we close, too.
Yeah.
We super close. So I expect Tyler to take a step up because, my original ideas was mostly trying to get a tackle that could play left tackle that could then move Tyler inside. But I'm flexible, right? I think we all got to be flexible right now. Like, that's why I say you can get this perfect circle that fit into your hole, or you can get, I'm not being graphic, but you can get this imperfect but bigger. And I'm just painting the illustration that you're getting more than what you probably need. Like if you get a Steve Avila, you're getting a perfect circle that fits into your left guard need, right?
Yeah.
Or if you get a left tackle, you can move Tyler. That seems pretty perfect. But sometimes you can be imperfect and still get the job done. Because now that I've been looking at more and more history, and then I've been talking to some of my coaches that's in, that definitely frequent Boss Cowboy Sports. There's some facts that's starting to come out that's getting interesting, like the fact that most of your top guards now was tackles in college. Leary was a tackle in college. So what's wrong with thinking outside the box and saying, let's go get the Marler right type, or let's go get the Antoine out of OU, right? And say, you know what, let's stick them at guard, because this is the difference. Some of y'all go, I can already hear the tears. I can already hear the crybaby shit. I can already hear it. We did that with Connor Williams. See, Connor Williams was a second round of reach. Let's be honest. He was a second round of reach that you put at guard. These are pure first round talent guys we talking about. Wright is pure first round talent. Don't play with me.
Yeah,
Don't play with me.
He looking gangsta over there, man. I seen
my
some of
God,
his tape.
bro.
I think that was a Law Nation film session. Shout out to Law. I think he just did a video on him, and I was seeing some of the plays, man. He was aggressive, mean, all that. You know what I'm saying?
All that.
Yeah.
And see, this the thing, bro. Like, see, and let's be honest, sometimes boys do overthink it in the draft, man. That's why you had DK Metcalf, bro. It's a such thing. See, because a lot of people, in my opinion, they way overthinking stuff. And I'm just keeping it real. Like, just think about it. So you know what you see with Moffett tape.
Yeah.
You know what you see. Let's just stop playing with it. Like, I know he ain't played guard a lot. I get it. He ain't played guard a lot. I get it that it's gonna be some rawness in here. But see that mentality that you said, you can't teach that.
Man,
you either got
it
that
is. It's either in you or it ain't. What we say?
Yeah,
it gotta be in you, not on you.
Or it's not,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna overthink that. Just like some people overthought DK Metcalf. Oh, he ran that. What he run, a 4.2? He ran something crazy. It was something
he
what?
Total measurement
right?
up.
Oh man, he had an ACL in college. People heal off that much better now, so that wasn't as much of a concern. He was super productive until he got injured, right?
Yeah.
It was him and AJ Brown on the same team. They was knocking him for stuff like, well, we concerned that he might be injury prone because his body fat and his body mass is so low. And history says guys like that get injured. I said, man, get out of here.
They being computer nerds at that point. You know what I'm saying?
It was paralysis from over analysis, you know. So then you got teams like us who picked Tristan Hill over DK Metcalf because honestly, we just overthought it. Like most teams, they overthought it. It's no way DK Metcalf, AJ Brown, Deebo Samuels, and all them boys that went in the second round, that particular draft. It was another receiver, Terry, I think, who went to the Washington.
Yeah.
All those guys, people overthink it in the draft all the time, and then sometimes when the popular opinion gets set on something, people get afraid to jump out of what's popular.
They afraid to go against the grain. You know what I'm saying?
They're afraid to go against the grain. So when I'm watching Maffa, because all of this is on the subject of Maffa, right?
Yeah. So
when I'm watching him, and I can sincerely say this with a straight face, that Maffa and Steve Avila tape, I say Maffa is better. I say Steve had much harder competition that we didn't see with Maffa. So you have to imagine Maffa in those environments that you actually saw Steve Avila, but it don't take that much imagination to put them right there together. Yeah. So if you can see them together, how can you logically have a first or second round grade on Steve, but then have a third or fourth round grade on Maffa? And then once you kind of put it together that logic doesn't make sense, get your goddamn guy.
Yeah, see, I had said the same kind of thought process, man. When you think about it, it's different aspects to how you draft these dudes. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't just look at them and use the eye test alone either, because some of this stuff be system based or low competition. Yeah. So it's a lot of different variations to how you look at this stuff. That's why the draft is so hard. That's why people get paid millions of dollars for this. You know what I'm saying? And we were just talking about how some people just be overconfident. Everybody is right now. You know what I'm saying? Until the season start, everybody gonna be right about their boys and how they feel. But you have to be confident in what your analysis is, because everybody's gonna be wrong to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hold on. Can we talk about that?
Let's get it.
Most of the media scouts are dead wrong.
They be wrong all the time.
40%. Like once I learned this, bro, I got real bold at just saying whatever I want to say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Once I learned that 40% of first rounders on average are outright bust. It's like, so then why do we get intimidated for thinking different than them? Yeah. You got a better chance at being right by rolling your own dice than rolling their dice.
Yeah, and then now you sitting up here following suit with them, and now you looking like a fool. You jumping off the bridge with them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You just a clown.
And we don't do we woke, man.
No, sir.
In boss land, we don't, bro. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
You know, like boss land ain't for that we woke. So I think everybody got to get comfortable understanding that there's gonna be some wild predictions and theories that just don't make sense, and you got to be, in my opinion, man enough or woman enough to stand on what you see and don't be intimidated with the crowd.
Yeah.
Because
I said
so that goes into kind of like the draft strategy, because we said we was talking draft strategy.
Yeah.
Right. So when you're looking at draft strategy, I do believe at certain points with the type of maulers that's available and the few that's available, you got to get aggressive. Either you'll get aggressive with Wright, who's a right tackle that you got to be open and to have him playing left guard, right?
Yeah.
Because he's just a better player than Steve. That's aggressive. Or you got to be aggressive like shit. I'm gonna get Moff in the second or the third. Or to your point on running back, why not be aggressive about getting Israel from Pitt? Like why not? Right? Like
Yeah.
how many times we go to 9.43 speeds and productions and stuff like that? We did that same dumb stuff with Taylor. Taylor ran literally a 4.39. Bijan Robinson ran a 4.46. Taylor had way more production, but guess what they were saying about him?
Yeah.
Second round, third round grade. What? But then y'all giving Bijan a top 5 grade? Stop.
Shout out to Coach Bob with the $5 super real quick. He says, good idea to double dip O-line because Mike McCarthy preached physicality. Play, especially now that Kellen is gone. Zach and Tyron may be gone very soon. Yeah, you're right, man. You got to prepare for the future. But, that's one of the strategies that I'm not too big of a fan of. I want this draft to go over the hump, man. I want to go over the hump with this draft. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just, prepare. That's why I asked that super chat when I sent to you last night, man. I was like, do you think the Cowboys good enough to stash somebody? Now, we might be able to do it, but I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? But, what we thinking and what the Cowboys thinking, that's two different perspectives because we ain't in their pockets. You see what I'm saying? Because, we sitting up here like, screw saving money for the future. We need to get better now. And then Steven Dollar Bill Jones, you know what I call him.
Dollar Bill! Shut up!
Dollar Bill up there talking about
something. Nothing.
I don't want to have to wait till next year and pay for a premium left tackle or something. I'd rather get him right now. You know what I'm saying? He might be thinking along them lines. So our strategy gonna definitely probably differ from theirs. That's what it is. And it's kind of hard to interpret how they feel about some of these positions too, man. So it's kind of crazy, man.
But the only thing we can do is influence it, and I know that we do have influence. Like, your voice matters, my voice matters. So there are different things that we can throw out there into the pond and just let it ripple. You know what I mean? And information does ripple in this space. So when we start the conversations and we start the talks, because I know I was a Kellen Moore killer. I definitely started or was a part of that ripple. Maybe even if I didn't start it, I definitely was a part of that ripple.
Oh yeah, you was one of the catalysts.
killing tight end is something that I also can say that I'm throwing rocks at that pond. I'm throwing rocks at first round tight ends. Don't make sense. You're hearing it more and more and more because we do have influence in this space, and I believe that our voice can echo to the point to where it get in the building, for real. So we do have influence on ideas, and we just need to exercise it. So in exercising it and talking about other ideas, it's another thing that's sitting out there is receivers, right? And I heard you mention receiver a couple of times.
Yeah.
So the thing about receiver is I'm for it, but I also have a real good understanding of what we're likely purchasing. See, because I'm not that guy that's going to think that I'm purchasing a Range Rover when I'm really getting the Camry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, Camry's a good car. I'm not saying that JSN, and I'm not saying that Zay Flowers or any of those guys, Quinn, any of those guys are not good players. But see, the problem with me, landlord, that I'm going to just be honest about, is because I've been writing books on this type of stuff, I got a real good memory of what the talent was in years past.
Yeah.
So I'm not a year-to-year type of dude. I'm not this year, this class, these first rounders are equal to that class. And it's like, actually, they're far apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, Jim Nagy actually came out, the president of the Senior Bowl, and said exactly what I've been saying for weeks. He said, according to me, making my calls to these teams, it's a big difference between how the media see the receivers and how the real scouting community are seeing these receivers, and they don't see them as good as what the media. Yeah. And that's what's going on. But I would say that to say this. So if we did go with a JSN, I'm not going to be that guy that thinks JSN is equal to DJ Moore just because they was first rounders.
Yeah, yeah.
JSN is not DJ Moore.
Nah.
He is not. He is not old boy who went to the Saints last year. I forgot
Chris
what
Olave.
is. Chris Olave.
Yeah.
He not. You know,
See,
he good though, and he will make plays.
See, the
But
thing
I'm
about
not going.
like I seen
I'm
what
not.
you. Go ahead.
So I wouldn't be the person thinking we got Chris Olave when we didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I would be happy, and I would understand the Cowboys doing it because if you don't take her a receiver early, there's a good chance that you could get wiped out later.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
So it's almost like somewhere you got to be aggressive. So if you get that receiver, to me, you got to get aggressive to handle guard round 2, round 3, and running back round 2, round 3. It just depends on which one.
Yeah, I was just about to say, man, like you said about JSN, I don't know, man. I know he's smooth. He got a high IQ.
He's smooth.
He's smooth
Yeah,
now.
he's smooth.
See,
Yeah, he's smooth.
that's actually a good characteristic at receiver, especially for a young one.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because it's not too much wasted
nice.
motion. You know what I'm saying? You know what you're doing. He's operating with a plan. I like that. He got high IQ, but the traits just don't scream first round to me either, though. He's not my favorite dude. I'll just say that. He ain't my favorite. I think he gonna be nice, though, wherever he go. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't see the jump off the tape screaming at you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I see him getting open. You know what I'm saying? I see him catching the ball. He gonna get open from that IQ. And he's smooth.
Oh, yeah.
He's smooth.
Yeah.
But I just don't see the breakaway speed and stuff.
He's explosive but slow. I'm going to just keep it real.
Yeah.
He explosive, but he's slow, and his game speed slow. But that don't mean you won't be a dog.
Yeah, you don't have to be fast to be an effective wide receiver.
Nah,
so yeah,
you don't.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to translate the two. It's kind of hard.
Cooper Kupp is not fast.
Nah,
that's what a lot of people don't know. Is Cooper Kupp was never fast, but the thing about Cooper Kupp is he just like JSN. He know how to read them defense. He definitely explosive in and out his breaks like JSN. Like JSN got literally everything but the speed.
Let me get a couple of these supers in real quick. You got something over yours? Make sure you let me know. Shout out to the Stargazer. She says thoughts on John Michael Smith out of Minnesota. Nasty. That's what she said. And Coach Marv says with the $5 super, he says, landlord, with the way this team set up, anybody we pick at 26 is going to be a stash except O-line. What other position can be a starter other than O-line? Running back, I think. I don't think he'll start over, but you need two. I think if you get a Bijan in the first, he going to play. I'm not too sure about a defensive lineman. I don't think he going to play. I think an O-lineman, you right. The O-line might be the only place that can start. Because, you know, it's a difference. You can contribute, but not start. You know what I'm saying? It's two different. Yeah. So they probably be a contributor, but not a starter. Even receiver, like he might not be a starter either, unless he'll have to come straight through the door and be better than everybody but CD and Brandon Cooks for him to be a starter. So I don't even know if these guys capable of that.
I would say this. To me, it's pretty clear that Michael Gallup is on the bubble.
Yes, that's the scary part about it.
To me, it's not just the fact that the Cowboys have been coveting receiver even before the season ended. They was looking. It was almost like when you know you done with your woman, you just go ahead and get aggressive about hitting the streets. When you know you're done with your man, you hit the streets early. You don't wait. You just get on down the street.
Trap. He just in the street with it.
You just go ahead and get in the streets. That's what the Dallas Cowboys was doing last year, bro.
Yeah.
Like literally, they was dating and courting a broke-leg woman. In my analogy, called Odell Beckham. You know what I mean? It's an analogy, y'all. Don't take that literal. It's an analogy.
I said the same thing. I said we showed him the world, and then he showed that he wanted to be for the streets. So we had to let him go. You know what I'm saying?
We had to let him go. Get in the streets. Get in those streets down. But when you look at how aggressive we were about targeting receiver even last year, and then that aggression didn't stop, it just amplified. You look at their 30 visits and you see the aggression at receiver. To me, that's screaming, even though they can say, we believe Michael Gallup going into the second year coming off his surgery is going to be better. Your actions ain't showing that. You telling me that you want to be with me, but you actually, you stand at the club all night, man. You know what I mean? You out in them streets a lot, Dallas, why you saying you like Gallup. So that does leave to me room for this new weapon that doesn't have any surgeries, that don't have any nicks, that could come in and really push the number 3 receiver position. And if you make enough plays, you could even push into the number 2. Like that really could happen. Like, and it really could happen. Like, for instance, Thielen was the number 1 at Minnesota, clear number 1, but Jefferson had something to say.
Came through the door and took over.
As a rookie, had something to say about that.
Yeah.
So by even at the end of the season, guess what started to happen? It started to turn. Where it was like, well, we know we got our future number 1 in this new receiver we got named Jefferson. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, yes, on paper, I agree with Coach Marv. On paper, the only thing that's available that you can make an instant impact is left guard or tackle, whichever one, right? Because if you go tackle, that means you're moving Tyler. So one of those, right? But then I can see a legitimate competition at receiver that could actually blossom into something special. Because we gonna be picking likely one of the premium receivers of this class.
That's why I feel like if you do go receiver, it's gonna have to be somebody special who failed. He gonna have to be somebody that's high on their board. Like, I can't believe he here.
Like a CD
Lamb. Yeah, something like that. And they gonna have to just redo their whole board. And I asked, I wanted to see, like, if you get somebody like JSN or Zay Flowers, will they beat out of Gallup? You think they'll beat out of Gallup?
I think it's quite possible.
It'll be an open competition for you.
Super. Oh, what?
Y'all got to get it how you live, sir.
What?
So you better get it how you live, man. You got to get it how you live.
What? I don't like none of y'all like that. Like,
we just like you. We don't love you.
And JSN, in terms of his route running, he fit that.
Oh,
he fit that better than Gallup.
Yeah.
See, because Gallup is a jump ball specialist. He's a vertical specialist. He's not a separator with his feet and his nuanced route running. He's not. Yeah. He's just not that guy. Versus JSN, in terms of his route and precision and explosion out his breaks. Oh yeah. Like, he would give Dak windows that where Dak and him would be like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then JSN as a number 3 receiver will be facing nickels and safeties.
Yeah. See, that's the crazy part about it, man. We need somebody who this the best, really the best position to be in when you think about it. We actually in a great position, and that's hats off to Mr. Mike McCarthy. Cause he got us right, bro. He got us in a good position. Like, we ain't desperate for nobody. You know what I'm saying? We're not just, if we don't draft this position, it's over with. Cause I told you, even that O-line, man, if they just put Tyron Smith in there, it'll be a big time bet. But you know what I'm saying? If push kind of shove, we can play right now. I feel like if push kind of shove, we can play with this team right now. Even on defense too. I feel like we could suit up right now. So that's the position you want to be in. You know what I'm saying? And if you got a better chance, you might have a better chance of finding a start on defense. I don't know. It's crazy. Cause like this is a good problem to have. This rich people problems right here. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, we definitely
this rich people problem.
And can we? Cause I can say one thing with you on that. I think we could not even just almost running back. I think we'll running back and be better.
Talking about with the team right now.
We'll run it back and be better.
I'm talking about the team right now before the draft. I feel the same
Right
way.
now,
Yeah,
right
because we
were
got a
running,
better.
if we ran it back and didn't drop nobody, we would run it back and be better.
Hey man, talk to him, man, cause that's how I feel. I told everybody, I said, bro, I'm ready. I bet on this team right now. We can suit up right now.
With nobody extra. Yep.
Yeah,
Right
we
now.
can suit up right now.
Yeah.
We got way better at cornerback 2. We got way better at receiver 2.
Receiver 2, right?
That was our biggest
receiver
problem.
3 also got better with the absence of Kellen Moore.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And you got probably a receiver 4 now because of the absence of Kellen Moore, where you can insert Turpin.
Now you did take a loss with Zeke and Schultz, but I think I got a capable tight end or so. And we got a Pro Bowl running back. Like, I know we love Zeke, but I think people just playing on Tony Top, bro. Like, he's a Pro Bowler. We got a Pro Bowl running back.
Running back is the glaring need.
It's a need because he's not a bell cow. But also, he's still a Pro Bowl running back,
coming off a late surgery.
Yeah,
we don't know until we see what he's gonna be.
Shout out to Coach Ma with the $5 cash up. Super chat. He says Gallup's situation is like your lady being on a dating website. Landlord, hey man, straight up. Hey, look, you catch your gal out there with some old seductive stuff on, man. What you doing? What more do you want from me? You on your Tyreek?
What are you doing on that dating website like this?
Look, you know what I'm saying? You up there showing all the goods. Like, hey, we can't have that, man. What you doing? So, yeah, it's just like, look, she got on the little corset.
You know how they be putting them in, landlord. They be putting them in on them things. They be showing them angles.
They got all the emphasis on the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? Look, you got your little corset on and stuff. You feel me? So, yo,
them angles.
You know what I'm saying? They be killing them angles. They know how to make. They'll go from what 250 to 175 with them angles, ain't it, man?
Man.
They know how to do it, man. They good with them angles, but it is that. It's I liken that to like when you walking past a girl with that cornbread back there. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
you over here with your girl like this.
What you see, that's an Alabama thing. Is cornbread kind of what we call the bubble?
Yeah, it's thick. It's thick back there. You know what I'm saying? She been eating all the cornbread. So you know how you with your girl walking on the sidewalk and then you see one of them things walk by. You gotta try your best, everything in your soul.
Eyes straight. Keep them eyes straight.
You take everything in your soul not to look back. That's what the Cowboys. You gotta get a crook in your neck so you won't move it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you see the kids, you don't move your neck. You just use your eyes.
Nah, see, the real kids, you ain't putting them on game. You gotta have these shades on, sir. You know what I'm saying? You can't see me now, baby. You ain't seen nothing.
That is the key. That is the key.
You can't tell how nefarious I am.
The key. But we don't act like that. We good guys.
Yeah, you know, we good people. You know what I'm saying?
That's a quality for a perfect timing on it too. Hey, but going back to that running
Coach
back,
Ma wild for that one though.
See, with tight end, obviously, like people know where I stand on tight end. Like I'm not the person that's feeling like we really lost anything significant with Schultz. I'm not at all concerned about losing Schultz. And the Cowboys are showing that they're not concerned with losing Schultz because they didn't even make him an offer equal to what they did last year.
Wait a minute. They straight up, we got to stop the tape. Hold up. That's it.
I like that one.
You like the DJ Home?
Like that one.
Look, listen. They straight up disrespect the shows, man. Let's just be real. They disrespect the shows. Look, they gave him some money last time, and they just said this time we ain't giving you nothing. They said we ain't giving you nothing.
They didn't even make him an offer.
That's why I said they semi disrespecting them to me. They ain't even make an offer to him
at all. I think only thing I really believe that happened is under Kellen Moore, he was a priority with those option route systems and somebody that could read a defense on the level of Dak, had great chemistry with Dak in the option route system. So under Kellen Moore, pay him. Sure, fine.
Shout out to Chop Talk. He said, "Stop with the he's a Pro Bowler BS. Pollard's not a real, not a leader." Hey man, all I'm saying is we got a capable back though. We got a good back though. We need to pair him with somebody, but
No,
he's
he
a good
good.
back though.
He
He's a
just
good
got to
back.
share. He
Yeah,
got to share.
yeah. You can't
Yeah,
deny what
Pollard
he
is
done
good.
done, bro.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah.
good back.
Just get good with him.
Yeah,
Just get good with him. You got to get you a Israel. You got to get you my boy out of UCLA. You got to get good with him. Like he
yeah.
can't be good
Charbonnet
by himself.
or a
He got to
Bandaconda.
share.
Yeah.
He has to share. But
You
but
were
with
talking about
Schultz,
tight end, I believe. Yeah.
yeah, it's one of those things to where and because I understand the offense, I know that his production was inflated. It
Yeah.
was. He was in a system that literally treated role players like stars. So if you throw out a bunch of numbers like he did all this and he did all that, it's not the numbers. You got to look at the particular job he was doing. Like it was one guy, I swear to God, this is a true story. He was trying to get a raise from me because he was, doing a simple job for me. He was basically preparing mail out quotes for me, right?
Yeah.
Simple job, a mindless work, bro. You're not doing anything that requires you to think. You're not doing anything that's major labor. It's not dangerous. You're sitting at a computer, right?
Yeah.
So you're generating quotes for me, bro. That's a simple mindless job. So he was trying to hustle me, and he was literally doing this, landlord. This was his pitch. Man, I'm worth more than this, bro. I'm worth more than $20 an hour. I'm just worth more than that. And I said, you know what, bro? You right. As a person, you are worth more than that. The problem is this job not worth more than that. You see what I'm saying? That's the
You
issue
got
is
it
the
messed up.
job that Schultz was doing, basically turning around, sitting in open zones. That's not a multi-million-dollar job you doing, bro.
Yeah.
You turn that's an eighth grader. An eighth grader can literally do what you're doing. Like real talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just that you was in an offense that featured a lot of that. So I'm of the opinion, especially when you look at the Dallas Cowboys track record on tight end, it's phenomenal. Like,
Yeah.
tell us when did we have a transition to tight end one that failed? You can't. You
Yeah.
can't tell me when we had a transition to tight end one that has ever failed. It went from Witten to Schwam successfully.
Yeah. Swain
Successfully.
went over there and got paid in Miami, then.
Yeah, he got paid twice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, you went from Schwam to Jarwin successfully. Jarwin had a freak injury. You went from Jarwin to Schultz successfully. So it's like, why would I be panicking over tight end when we seen them replace them easy?
I'm with you. I feel like we can substitute what Schultz had with the people we got, but I do have to ask you a question though. This is a small pushback, okay?
Yeah, I ain't tripping.
If Kellen held everybody back, ain't it fair to say he might have limited Schultz too though? What you think? Because I think we be on Kellen tail now, but maybe he had Schultz in the box too.
No, the people that was held back was the stars. The role players prospered under him.
True, because that's why you seen Noah Brown balling and stuff.
Yeah, Noah Brown getting number 2 reps. What the fuck? Like literally, and then you had this is a fact, bro. Amari last year, he had equal targets as Schultz. In what world does that happen?
Boss, look, I broke it down to the simplest way to look at it. Like, we know Madden is not real life, but I liken it to Madden because you get the chance to be the OC when you playing Madden. You know what I'm saying? You the OC. In what world is you finna be throwing the ball to Noah Brown? What world is you finna be not throwing it to CD or Coop? You ain't finna be throwing it to them, man. You're not.
Oh, I did not see this. Oh, hold on. We got us a super chat from Stargazer.
Go ahead.
Oh my. She said, boss, did you see the coach of the greatest show on turf said Schultz sabotaged Dak in the Texas game when Dak threw that pick?
Ah, man.
I did not see that.
Say it ain't so.
I did not see that. I didn't see that. I did not. I need to get caught up on. Now, I know for the most part, he really broke down how a majority of those interceptions was not on Dak. I heard he did a phenomenal job. I do need to catch up on that. But, but when it comes to tight end, we're fine in my opinion. I don't think we need a tight end in round one at all. And then I'm totally against tight end in round one, like totally,
Okay, I'm
totally.
against tight end too. Really, I can't. I hate the idea. But before we got Cooks, I would have probably wanted to fist fight you about that idea. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool, man.
It was way
That's cool.
worse. It was way worse of an idea before we went and got Cooks to me. Right now, I feel like we are in a better situation to be able to take that on, but I still don't want to do it, especially not in the first. Now, if you get what Donnell Washington, Washington in the second or something, then I ain't got nothing to say. You know what I'm saying? Cause he'll be what, the third tight end to go. He might make it.
I mean, I'm just being honest, man. Like Mike McCarthy, especially historically, he don't really feature tight ends, man. He really don't. Like Mike McCarthy, man, the people that get off, in my opinion, under Mike McCarthy, and historically this is the case with him, is the perimeter guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you go look at his most success, if you go look at his best year when he won the Super Bowl, he had 4 dog receivers. 4.
I know he had Nelson. He had
Josh Jones.
Jones.
Then he had
he had
Jordy
still?
Nelson, and he had Driver.
Yeah, Driver still there too. Yeah.
4. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's one of those things to where and then like Schultz, and then when I look at Schultz and when I look at the history of Mike McCarthy's style of tight ends, it wasn't a Schultz. It was not a Schultz. Like Mike McCarthy wants a more athletic tight end. And I'm not even saying a guy that stretches the field, because most tight ends don't even stretch the field, even when they sold that they can stretch the field. It's really maybe only 1 or 2 in the whole league that really truly stretch the field. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like truly. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Coach Marv with the $5 super real quick. He says, no, hell no, landlord. He started out hot. Hell no, landlord.
What he hot about? What he burned up?
He said, hell no, landlord. If anything, Kellen helped Schultz get paid. That's why he only got a 1-year deal from the damn Texans. The Texans, landlord. Hey, man. Coach on fire this morning, bro. Yeah, you right about that, though. You right about that. I have to agree.
Because see, the role players ate. The role players ate. Like, that's real, though, bro. Yeah. We not capping on that. Like, the role players ate. And so if you just kind of look at it from data and numbers, it's misleading. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you look at it from philosophy of offense, you'll say, okay, that's why that dude had all them numbers.
Shout out to my dog HTM in the building, man. He said he had Greg Jennings as well. Hey, he was
Greg Jennings. Yeah, he had Greg Jennings, Jordy Nelson. He had Donald Driver and Jordy Nelson and Josh Jones. Those were the 4.
Them boys going crazy.
Yeah, so like, why not do that again?
Yeah. So
look,
you mean to tell me is he leaning towards receiver then?
That's why I think they're having a lot of receivers.
Because they got a lot on coming in, bro.
And it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, bro, and I'm just talking about historical return on investment. The better return on investment is a weapon, a perimeter weapon, not a tight end. See, the stuff they say about tight end is all theory, dog. It don't really transfer like they say. They say the same crap every year. Automatic mismatch. He's going to be a mismatch nightmare for tight end. I mean, for the linebackers. Yeah. He's too big. He's too athletic for linebackers. He's too big for safeties and corners. Nobody can stop him. And every year they do it.
Look, it's rounding out to be 12. If you can, if you wanted to wrap it up, or you had a few extra minutes, just let me know. But
I can rock with him. I got a super chat. My boy Ryder said Dallas Cowboys' first 2 picks in the 2023 draft would be O-line and BPA, like defensive line and linebacker bucket.
Ain't no
I would want them to go O-line and still go with another need. Like, I think it's 2 needs. I think landlord uncovered it. I think you got offensive line and running back.
Yeah. And like I said, a sneaking need is a linebacker, stuff like that that's gone. Because like I said,
super sneaky.
Yeah, with the defensive tackle situation, that's what scares me. A lot of people like Kansas and they like Mozzie. Like, I think they can play, but we need them to be dominant. Y'all don't want just a regular defensive lineman. Y'all want somebody dominant. Y'all want somebody better than Hankins, better than Osa. Y'all want somebody better than all them. Because you got McDonald's at home, like I say. You got defensive tackles. They just ain't the caliber that you want. You know what I'm saying? And we don't know what Big Bo might do. I thought Big Bo started out good. I don't know what happened to him last year. He started out strong. And
he started out real strong.
And it usually take defensive tackles a few years, man. Like 4 years, 3 years. Yeah. So maybe Big Bo take another step. Him and Hankins paired up and Osa get a little better. Then you got Chauncey Golston. They made him a defensive tackle. So it's a lot of bodies there. So if we draft one, he gonna have to be better than all these grown men day one. I don't see that happening more than likely. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see it happen. I wouldn't bet on it. I'll say that.
No. Yeah, and then I don't believe in defensive tackles being over the hump players.
Unless you gotta beat a Bay or somebody. You gotta have somebody.
Right. You gotta have a top 15. Yeah. Two top 15. You gotta have a Carter, Vita Vea.
Yeah. You gotta have one of them immovable
those
forces.
Those are the true day oneers. Those are the true instant impact DTs. They usually gotta be your top 15 guys. And we not obviously in that position to do that. So I'm not looking. So I would say this to try to echo Rodney Smith's point. I'm gonna steal a little bit of it. I think the first 2 picks need to be aggressive about filling your holes with contender type of talent, right? So right makes you have a contender type talent because you get your Leary type at left guard and you keep Tyler at left tackle, right?
I think that's one of the bigger impact players too, because if he can make our semi weakness become a strength, sign me up.
Sign me up. Because then what happens is you become the offensive line of 2014, 15, and 16 again. See, that offensive line was able to take an old McFadden and get him 1,000 yards in 10 games. Do you remember that?
Yes. McFadden
in the first 6 games, McFadden was sharing. He was sharing the rock. They was a committee. And then Randall got caught stealing, and they moved to McFadden being a featured back for 10 games, and that dude still got 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That same offensive line Zeke could have easily had 1,800 yards his rookie year. He could have easily did that.
Shout out to B Bird with the 499. He says if you are tight end ain't dynamic, if your tight end ain't dynamic, you're doing your offense a disservice by having him as your second option. Schultz was mid. Great decision by the front office. Hey, man. Hey, B Bird standing on it, ain't he? He said he's solid about it.
I'm solid about it. And he right. Like, because, like some people might say Myers and Kincaid are like weapons. And it's like, or like receivers. And I'm like, I just don't see that.
What was alarming about Kincaid for me, they said his best attribute was his hands. I'm like, hey, man.
He got good hands.
You need to be. I need more than that, though. If I'm talking about drafting you in the first.
Exactly. Like, and they lying, dog. It's lies about Kincaid. It's a lot of lies. Like, when they say he like a route runner, no, he not, bro.
You want to know somebody who's scaring me, though?
Who?
Mayor scaring me, bro, because they compare him to Witten. If the Cowboys see Witten,
they calling him Gronk. I'm like,
bro, look, I hope Will McClay take the wheel though, because if they see this boy sitting there and they feel like he a Witten, bro, like it might get ugly, bro. They might draft one of these boys, and then it look like they both might be there. It look like it's gonna be crazy. Our best hope is somebody take them before us. Real talk.
No, that is our best hope.
Real talk.
And let me tell you the only reason that I wouldn't just really, because at first I would have really broke everything in my house. Any tight end in the first, I would have broke. Y'all would have saw me live break shit.
Hold on, don't do it. You would have threw something at the TV boss. Don't say that, man.
Man, bro, what Malcolm X do when he hit that paper? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro.
Hey,
That definitely would have been me. This is the only reason I think I could stomach it after giving it more thought. Our coach, Wells. Wells is the
yeah,
only reason because Wells is like the Rob Marinelli, the defensive lines. Like he get the max out of tight ends. Like
yeah.
look at how Schultz and Jarwin went from being womp boo boo boys to dogs and studs and swag.
Facts.
Like my tight ends turned up on the Wells, and when you go look at every tight end that he's ever coached, they always play good, bro. They always play good. So if I trust Wells to max out tight end, he know how to get in them dudes' head and make them believe. That's why I don't care what nobody say. That's why Hendershot man was in there balling. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you ain't lying.
Balling.
You
Yeah.
ain't lying. Hey,
Yeah.
I like the
Hey,
trap.
them dudes was jumping in the kettle and everything. Like, hey man, this the tight end room.
Hey,
this the tight end room.
Ferguson
This the
running
tight end
folks
room.
over and stuff, hopping over folks.
Yeah.
Man,
You know,
I
so-
like what I
so-
seen. I like what I
So
seen.
cause see, Law say this a lot, and this is true. This is just true. In my opinion, we can't just look at the player. You gotta look at the player being married to the right system and coaches.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So that's what also make tackle so valuable. So if you look at tackle, it's not just the talent that we see. It's about taking that talent, whoever it might be, a Anton or a Wright, right? Or a Broderick Jones, like these top tackles. If you just look at them in talent alone, you're going to miss the fact that they have a higher ceiling because likely they're going to be married to who? Duke,
Yeah.
right? So you go marry that with Duke. You go also marry them to a West Coast system that where Dak is going to get the ball out. That's going to help them. So you seeing layers of their game improve because of the coaching that they around now and the systems that they going into, and then add another layer to help that tackle grow. And that's what? That's the veteran leadership in that room. So now you got Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, Tyler Smith now, who will be your big brother who had an offensive line, and that's going to take another. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you look at tight end being married to the right coach, it's not as bad. If you look at tackle, though, oh my God, being married to what we already have in place is the biggest upside by a mile.
Yeah, see. Shout out to Coach Marv with another $5 super. He says Bo played well until he hurt his shoulder. Then we traded for Hankins. Osa is a beast, but he needs more than 54% of defensive snaps. Film don't lie on Osa. Yeah, I like Osa. I like Osa too.
Yeah.
I just think he probably this probably be the year where he really just show y'all like, hey, I'm one of them. You know what I'm saying? I can play. Yeah.
Nah, Osa definitely got super upside.
But to speak to what you were saying about the coaching and how much it'll impact, so what you feel about a prospect like Darnell Washington? Because if he come to this tight end room, because I think he more of a project. I like him. He a beast. He looks phenomenal. But I think he all ceiling. If I'm wrong, let me know if y'all disagree. I ain't no telling. I think he's a ceiling player. You know what I'm saying? But his ceiling is just ridiculous, though. You know what I'm saying? His ceiling is phenomenal. So if you put him in this room with our tight end coach, Linda Wells?
Linda Wells,
Man, he gonna get the best out of him. See, that's the only reason I said I wouldn't be mad.
I went from saying I don't want a tight end in the first round. I don't want a tight end in the first 2 rounds.
you good all the way.
I'm all the way good, bro. Like, you know, it's just tight end. The position itself, especially when we saying we trying to get over the hump. Nah, like what you gonna really get out of this tight end? Like, what do you like? I ain't talking to you. I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
Especially when I look at the history of how most of these primary pick tight ends play their first year. Like even Kittle and them didn't get off to a fast start. Kittle didn't get off to no fast start.
Yeah.
Kittle got off to a slow start, you know? So if we in a contended window, I want max impact. And that max impact is going to either be left tackle where we move Tyler Smith to left guard, and that makes us have maximum impact, or you go get a guy that's the sphere that you're trying to push into a perfect circle, right? So you take the right and you say, bro, we finna just make this work. You got the raw traits. We not gonna fall for the taco over TJ Watts. Because what they did with Taco is they went with the most ideal fit over the guy who had the traits.
True.
See, because TJ had the traits. He had the better spider score, everything, all the measurables, everything, right?
Yeah.
But the only thing that made him imperfect is that he was coming from a 3-4 defense in Wisconsin where he was the outside edge. He was the outside linebacker. So Dallas at the time was a 4-3 defense under Rod Marinelli, right? So their defensive ends was having a hand in the ground. Taco coming out of Michigan was a 4-3 player, so all his snaps had his hand in the ground, and plus he was a right side player. Yeah. So now you're trying to get your war daddy. So the perfect that looked like he was like perfect in terms of job security. And when I say that, I'm assuming I'm a scout, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm trying to sell this to Jerry and Steve, and I'm over here like, hey, you guys say y'all need a 4-3 defensive end, Taco is that guy. He had 10 sacks as a senior, right? His measurables not all that, but he has a first-round grade by most people. And the perfectness of Taco coming from that defense that he was coming from made us take that pick. So if we would have been creative, like, you know what, even though this dude over here named TJ don't put his hand in the ground and all the film show him in a 2-point stance, standing up, I just believe he can do it.
Yeah.
You feel me? Yeah. If you just was like, it's just too many measurables here. It's too much talent here. So that's how I think we should go with right, like, or something like that. And so that fills that hole. Then to me, you get aggressive somewhere about running back. Round 2, get aggressive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something like, and I mean this, man. Israel would probably be the dude I would go get round 2.
Abandoconda.
And I would double dip again. Probably at running back. I would probably double dip at guard and running back. I would get 2.
You might have to because Tony on a 1-year runner right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and somebody said on a super chat, drafting wide receiver at 26 is almost like pushing Gallup out next year, right? Lamb, Cooks, and that 26 pick got to get some tick. Gallup contract also plays a role. So this is my answer to that, Chris, with that super chat. It's about competition, bro. It's like, so Gallup, we ain't pushing you out. You got to beat him out.
Hey, yeah, you're right about that. You got to, put up a setup, man. We believed in you and we paid you. Now you got to make us right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know Dak, you know the offense. You now a 4-year veteran. You actually got the advantage. This dude gonna be learning our system and terminology and all that gonna be brand new to him. You actually got the advantage. So it's like, you just gotta. What I always used to say back in the day, I'm gonna start saying this. You gotta win the crowd, bro.
Yeah.
Because that was one of my favorite lines from Gladiators. He said, if you win the crowd, you win your freedom. So like Gallup. Yeah, we put the heat on you. Yeah, you on the bubble, but you can shut us up. And let me give you a perfect example of that. Guess who was on the bubble that people don't talk about?
Who?
Tank.
See,
people forgot that when Jerry was saying we need a war daddy, that was with Tank in the building.
He was saying, you know what that means, that he said Tank ain't.
They was looking to replace you. He was saying Tank is not the one.
Yeah. Said Tank ain't that. You know what I'm saying?
Your owner basically saying the guy we got ain't that dude. So we need to get that dude. So if they do that to Gallup, Gallup gotta be the Tank. So remember, Tank at that time was coming off of back surgery, right? Yeah. So it was legit for Jerry to say, you know what, we probably need to do better than what we already got. But what he didn't know was that Tank was going to break out with 12 sacks and shut everybody up.
Already.
And so then they ran, guess who they ran off? Taco, the war daddy.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he wasn't a player that Tank was. So, yeah, if we get the first round, it's pressure on you, but you got to win the crowd, and then you kill all that pressure with your play.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you coming through, man. I'm finna have to go to my next show. You know, we finna do this. It's official. We doing this.
My bad, it was 14 sacks. Thank you, bro.
We doing this every Wednesday.
Yeah, we doing this
for the foreseeable future, y'all. Y'all gotta make sure y'all support this if y'all want to see us rock out, because you know it's just gonna get better and better with us too, man.
Yeah, it's boss land.
You know what I'm saying? It's boss land. y'all make sure y'all support this. Y'all make sure y'all like this. Y'all share this. Boss gonna be like, man, Land ain't doing no numbers, man. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be like, bro, I can't continue this because we ain't getting no support. So, hey, don't let it be my fault. Y'all make sure y'all run these shares and likes up for your boy, man. But I appreciate you coming through, boss, man. Make sure you let them know where to find you, sir.
Yeah, man, it's Boss Cowboy Sports. I will be doing also with the OC later on a deeper breakdown of Wright and other potential first round picks. I think we're going to go through Wright and Anton today, like raw film against first round talent, to where we going to really get the detailed eyes on what these picks really could be and how we have to consider being creative to solve the need that we have at left guard. So
Yes,
it's gonna be, I think, a good show. I'm gonna learn from. Like
yeah.
the last show, I promise you, the last show that we did, I walked out of that film session with a whole better understanding of who Steve Avila is.
Yeah.
Like I really did. Like, cause see, we go through it that slow.
The
like
OC be in his O-line bag. Yeah, so, yeah.
Yeah. So the OC, and then I think I got some of the best eyes in the game. I really do. I'm not bragging when I say that. I think I really have a talent at seeing.
So you said you him.
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them.
I'm him.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm him,
That drop is
dunking.
me.
You him
That
dunking.
drop, I'm him, bro. Like
Yeah.
I ain't ashamed to say it. Like if you got a gift, man, let it shine, bro. And I think my gift is my eyes. I think I have great eyes.
Yes,
So
sir.
when you combine landlord with boss, and we create boss land. And then if y'all come back later on tonight around 8 o'clock at Boss Cowboy Sports, I mean, I think you're going to see it all come together with in terms of just really painting the picture of what we might have to be open to do at 26. And we're going to use the film for documentation. So you'll find all that at Boss Cowboy Sports. And you can find me on all the platforms, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, everything under Boss Cowboy Sports.
Yes, sir. And I go by Landlord from Alabama with the same handle on all social media, man. Y'all make sure y'all support. Go like and share. You know, hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. I just did an interesting breakdown on Malik Davis the other day, man. So if y'all want to check it out, go to my page and check it out, man. I think I did a good job highlighting what the young man did in his first year. But like y'all say, man, I appreciate all the love and support, man. Make sure y'all support this, share this, and let's get it, man. Thanks for coming through, boss.
All day, man. Next Wednesday, we at it.
Already, boss land.
I can't see a thing, all this money
Let 'em
in my
know,
face.
man. It's just the beginning to this, man. You know we gonna get it better and better for
It's gonna
these.
be dope, bro. Yup.
The South got something to say, ain't it, boss?
Man, the South got something to say, man. We even put up our state flags on these boys. You hear me?
Yes, sir. Hey, you went crazy with that. I peeped you out, man. I peeped you out.
Hey, man, we gonna represent, man. We gonna represent ourselves, man.
Yes, sir.
But we still flagging them Cowboys.
Already, man. And like I say, 1K, 1 love, Cowboys Nation. Let's go.